Back in 2017, I was in the market for a camera. I was casually browsing online like, most of us do. I had about $700 to my name, and I stumbled across the coveted GH5.
The GH5 is hands down the most advanced camera in its price range.
It's a very interesting and well-priced camera, not to mention the GH4 was a big deal for a lot of people.
So yeah, anyway, the GH5 body, all new. It's bigger, chunkier, heavier. I kind of like it. It looks like a transformer.
Man, people were hyping this camera up hard. 4K, 10-bit color, and packed with so many other features that are designed for those that are looking to shoot short films. But when I saw the price tag of $19.99, yeah, that was not gonna work out for me. That was pretty much triple my budget. But I didn't get discouraged. I told myself that day that one day, when I've earned it, and when I'm ready, I'd get a camera like that. So I kept looking, and I found its little brother, the Lumix G7. I scrolled through eBay, found one in great condition, and I pulled the trigger, and no regrets. This thing has been amazing. The Lumix G7 is now 15 years old. Cameras have definitely come a long way since then. And so has my urge to buy a new camera, so I did a thing. And I bought a brand new GH7 with my own money. Yes, no freebies, no gimmicks, no sponsorships, just me paying quite a bit of money for this camera. Today I'm putting these two cameras, my OG Lumix G7 and the brand new GH7, in a head-to-head comparison. No fluff, again, no sponsorship, just my honest opinion. The camera that started it all. So once I got my hands on the Lumix G7, that was it. It became my A camera for years. Client shoots, YouTube videos, live streams, side projects that I had here or there. I use this thing for everything. It never overheated, it never glitched out. The menus just made sense. It just worked. And honestly, that's what I needed at the time. I needed something that wasn't the highest spec camera on paper. It just let me make stuff. And in doing that, I've learned more on this $650 used camera than I would have on a $2,000 one. And that's the thing, specs don't teach you how to shoot. Experience does. The GH7, the modern monster. Now, let's talk about the GH7. This thing is absolutely loaded. You've got internal 5.7K ProRes RAW support, 10-bit color internally, and up to 12-bit over HDMI. V-Log and the optional ARRI Log C3 color profile, and of course, improved dynamic range. And finally, phase-detect autofocus, an autofocusing system that works beautifully. I can't wait to show you guys in future content how amazing this system works. And many other features that I'll dive into in a separate video, but basically, this camera is everything that I've ever dreamed about owning. Camera specs versus real life. Here's the deal, when you're actually out in the real world, on the field, shooting with a small crew, or just trying to get a YouTube video up, all those specs, they don't always make your life easier. Sometimes they just add more to manage. The GH7, yes, it's powerful, and obviously it's way more expensive than any other beginner-friendly camera. And it even has more settings that most beginners are not ready for. And if you don't know how to use all the tools that this camera has to offer, it could potentially slow you down. Why Micro Four Thirds is not dead. Let's clear something up real quick. Micro Four Thirds is not dead. Yes, feel free to roast me. I'm calling it today, 2025, Micro Four Thirds is not dead. People love to trash the Micro Four Thirds sensor size, but here's what you actually get. Smaller, lighter lenses, less overheating, the ability for you to build this thing out more affordably, and of course, you still get a beautiful image out of this camera. And for creators making YouTube videos, social content, or other client work, the trade-off that a Micro Four Thirds system offers is worth it. The limits of the G7. Okay, so let's not sugarcoat it. The G7 does obviously have its own limitations. Autofocus is outdated, it hunts, it misses, it's just not great. No in-body stabilization, so handheld footage gets shaky really fast. 8-bit color, which limits how far you can push your footage in post. If you're doing pro level grading or you need to film yourself and you need the focus to be perfect every time, this camera is definitely not going to cut it. But if you're learning, practicing, hustling to make content, this camera will still get the job done. The big takeaway. Here's what all of this, and in general, cameras boil down to. Buying better gear doesn't make you a better creator. shooting does. The G7, it didn't give me perfect tools, but what it did make me do, it made me commit to every frame, every lighting setup, and every shot. The GH7, well, honestly, I'm only ready to use it because I went through the grind and years of using the G7. So let me ask you this. Would you rather shoot on a camera that you know like the back of your hand, or would you rather shoot on a camera that is super expensive, that you have no idea how to use? Drop your answer in the comments. I wanna hear what you think. And before you go, like I mentioned, I've spent my hard-earned money on both of these cameras and all the gear that you see attached to these cameras and pretty much everything else that I talk about on my channel. So if you want to support the channel, make sure you use those links in the description of all of my videos. There are affiliate links, so I do get a kickback if you use those links. And now, for those of you that are in the market for the GH7 or just want to learn more about it, very soon on this channel, I will link here on this screen a masterclass that I'm going to be releasing for free. It's gonna be a multi-part series. I hope you guys learned so much from it, and I can't wait for you guys to see that. Thank you guys again so much for watching, and as always, have a great day.